Hey everyone, day 22 um, for my for this kratom quit. I think we all know we've all been there. I'm in my winter hat. It's between Christmas and New Year's time. It's cold where I'm at, so um, but I wanted to make a little update. I know these don't get many views, but there have been a handful of people that have liked these. Just want to do a little update. I'm definitely still um, I have some physical aches. Maybe slight restless leg. I've been taking hot showers and hot baths um, still, but I'm down to like one hot bath a day for the first 2, 3 weeks. I mean, that's like the major activity I need: hot showers, hot baths, Epsom salt, um, especially in the winter. It's just like a lifesaver. Just the warmth helps a lot. Um, on this quit, I've echoed it in others, but I'll be quick. So basically, I'm a 10-year user. Heavy powder usage, which, I think if you're a feel free or OPMS shots or 7-0 or whatever you're taking, um, I've watched a lot of videos of people who've gone through the extract, and I must say my experience echoes much of that. Because a lot of people say powders are, easy or whatever. They are not easy, at least not for me. Um, and I think the reason is I didn't get like head shop or gas station stuff, which is like, I can see why people look down on that. It is pretty, that stuff's cut, in my opinion, or like less effective or something. It's just sort of cheap. The consistency is weird. Um, I've used it in between my online shipments. I've been on it for years. I've tried multiple sources. I found what I felt is the most pure and strong, and I've had a few shots, not many, like two or three maybe. And if I took like 6 grams, maybe 7 grams of my powder, that's probably how a shot felt. So, and I was doing 25 plus grams a day, so, do the math. I was basically on 3 to 4 extracts a day, in my humble opinion. And I think that's part of the reason why no one can get a consistent read on withdrawals for anyone, because it's all so different. It's not like much other stuff that's like the same consistency and purity. Like everything's all over the map. So I guess just be nice. Be nice to other people that are going through stuff, because I see a lot of people like, oh, you only took the powder out. Like, who cares or whatever, basically. And it's like diminishing, and it's like, don't do that. Because I can tell you, it might have been bad. Might have been so bad. Again, I've been on it 10 years, and I'm trying to get off. Like every year or two, I'm trying to get off, and I can't. So, just tells you the strength of this stuff. And I have no like previous like substance experience. So the only thing is like caffeine. I didn't have caffeine basically till college, and they were giving out like free Red Bulls, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And I would drink a lot of energy drinks and coffee and stuff, but you know, it wasn't like a problem like this is. And I would drink booze through college, and I had no problem with booze. Like, in fact, I don't even really like booze. Like, it's okay. The only reason I do it on weekends is because it's available, and there's really nothing else to do. I don't like weed. Like, you can tell I'm not a guy that's like fiending. Sorry, I'm not like fiending for things. I do like a mood boost or like a little perk. I mean, who doesn't? But like, yeah. I mean, So, anyways, I'll get back to it. Side tangent. Day 22. For this quit, I want to be fully transparent. I am taking gabapentin and clonidine. So in your head, people hearing might be like, oh, well, of course this quit's easy. It's not. It still isn't, believe it or not, even 3 weeks out. Because I'm trying to take the minimum amount that I can. Like, I still feel major discomfort, like waking up in the morning. I still feel like hungover every day. Um, it's just like, I don't know, my brain feels gross. It just like, just feels like, just terrible. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like general malaise. It's just like, and it feels like there's Velcro like being pushed into my head, like the sharp end. That's probably the little brain zaps they talk about. Every quit I've had, you know what's funny, has had like varying symptoms of the lighter ones, I'll say. Like hot flashes, like hot and cold. Some are better than others. The RLS, the restless leg. Some is better than others. The cramps, the body aches. Some is better than others. What are the other ones? If I remember them, I'll mention them. But the ones that have been consistent is just like sleep, no sleep, poor sleep, terrible sleep, and just the mental horror show that it is, at least for me, and the energy and the digestion all messed up. Those are 100% consistent. For me, it's a mental horror show. Like the only way I can describe it is like my adrenaline won't turn off, my fight or flight, which is like an anxiety panic attack, like mixed with depression. Very, very hard to get through, very, very hard mood swings and things, but just like no energy, and just feeling the worst things and thinking the worst thoughts. And it's just like, I don't know, to me it's almost like I can't imagine like worse feelings. I know there's more shock to the body and the brain that can happen, because it's not benzo withdrawal. I would not compare what I'm going through to benzo withdrawal, because things like, I still remembered who I was. Because I had a relative who went through that, and like, they said it was like he had dementia, and he was a zombie. Like, he didn't even know who he was or where he was. Like, I still knew where I was, but it was, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't that much of a shock to the brain, but this is a 9 out of 10 if that's a 10 out of 10. So, and it doesn't end. That's the other thing about this. Like, I'm 3 weeks in, and it's a struggle. I want to emphasize, because other videos of people like, just hit day 3, just hit day 7, just hit, this, and then you get there and you're like, I don't know. Those benchmarks don't help me, because then I'll hit day 3, 7, 14, even 30, and be like, I still don't feel good. And then, it almost feels like lying, and I don't like lying. I would like more honesty in terms of like, by day 3, this will stop, but this will still be present. You know what I mean? Because I've had longer quits, like cold turkey, like 2 or 3 months, and like, it was just the stress, because I can't take off work, I can't take off all these things. This might be a longer video, I'm trying to keep it concise. Like, I'm a normal person, and I have things to do. I can't take weeks off my job and go somewhere else and whatever. Like, I need to power through this, but when I'm not sleeping, and just the mental withdrawals, like, my performance at my job stops, and I'm trying to fake it, and I'm not, and everyone, it just doesn't work. It actually impacts my relationships and career. Like, I've done damage that, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to repair that somehow, because I don't know. That's the other thing. No one gets what this stuff is. I've tried telling the people around me, and they're all like, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to help you, so, okay, like, I don't know. It's not like quitting coffee or sugar, I'll fucking tell you that. Yeah, my brain is still all over the map. It's the mentals that fixes last, and it's hard. My energy still isn't back. It's funny, when I first quit, like, in the first week I felt strong, like, really, like, my legs felt good, my body just felt like I'd been working out when I hadn't, and then but the like second, third week here, it's almost like your body's testosterone and hormones kick back up, but then it obviously like goes, oh, we're overproducing, so then it like drops again because right now I'm in a my body feels weak, not that great phase. I've been walking a little. I haven't been exercising a lot. I should exercise more, but I don't. Um, I don't know how other people do. Again, do whatever you can. I would always read other people's quits, and like certain things would work for me and certain things just wouldn't. Um, some people can taper, I can't. Some people really claim certain things work for them. I've tried everything and nothing really worked. What clicked for me was clonidine. Some people said it didn't work for them. They felt groggy or more tired, and I listened to that, and then I got my hands on someone. I tried it, and it really works for me, like sleep-wise. Like, it's helped me get some consistency of sleep, which I haven't had in previous quits, and I'm like, this, I think, for me, is the X factor. So, whatever gets you to where you need to go. Because some people look down on certain things, like, that's too strong, you shouldn't take that. And it's like, if you have the right supervision, and you have the right amount, and you're holding yourself accountable, like, if you're being honest and trying to quit, I don't see any issues. I do think people hit a point where they're like, like if they get a certain level of help, they'll be able to quit. But, you know, the people I see on podcasts are like, you know, they just take weeks or months off, and they are able to go to rehab and have support systems, and they don't have to work, and they can da 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 da. I'm like, well, I can't. That's not my experience. So if you're like me, and I think there's many more like me, like in 3 days, a 3 day weekend doesn't cut it for me. Like, I need to have some consistency of a month or two where something's helping me, because I've tried every supplement you can think of. I've looked at other people's quit experiences, and you know, a lot of people are like, just get through it or something, and it's like, I don't think that's helpful, because I think people need more than just like push through it advice. You need like crutches, in my opinion. Most people, some people are able to do it, but I think they have invisible support systems that they're not admitting to. Again, things like they're able to take weeks off, they have a lot of money, they have, I don't know, a fantastic support system, they were able to go to rehab, they're able to they have amazing doctors that will help them through this. That is not my experience. I've tried to go to hospitals and emergency clinics, and no one has known what I need and just shooed me away and said go somewhere else. So again, I've had a very unfortunate quitting experience, and I've had to do this a lot on my own. Which when I see other people's things, it's, you know, I am a little envious. I'm not gonna lie, but maybe this can be somewhat inspirational to others. Like, you have to eventually find the help you need. So, pushing through it. I'm gonna wrap this up. Maybe this will help people. I think that 1-2 month mark is more important than the 2-3 week mark. Yeah. It's a mental game, man. And don't do it alone. Best you can, you know. Cheers.